Welcome. Please be seated. So I'd like to welcome you all to the graduating class celebration of 2013 at AIMC Berkeley. This is a day I know that many have been waiting for, some many years. I guess on a personal note to the graduates, I just want to say, see, I told you, you will get here one day. At this time, what I'd like to do is to introduce the members on our stage and let you know who is responsible for this day and getting all the people you love to their graduation. Okay? So the first person I'd like to introduce is the president of the school, Yasu Tanaka. His leadership has helped us many, many times. Next to him is Megan Holmes, the Dean of Academic Education. Next is Dr. Emmy Chu. She's the chair of our herbal department and, as you can see, well loved. Next to her is Dr. Gary Wiedemeyer. He's the department chair of Western Science and a senior professor at our school. Next is Dennis von Elg. Professor of Oriental Medicine and Pulse Diagnosis, as well as a supervisor in our clinic. Next is Nishanga Bliss. She's our professor of nutrition, Oriental Medicine Theory and Diagnosis, and is also a supervisor in our intern clinic. After that is David Caruso-Rady. Professor of Nutrition and a supervisor in our clinic. And after him is our guest speaker, Nabu Kudashege. So at this time, I would like to turn it over to the president, Yasu Tanaka.
Good morning, and welcome to the ceremony. At the beginning of this ceremony, I would like to introduce our board member, Lucy Sell. Lucy. And Mr. Wataru Takenouchi. Last evening, I got the message from one of board member, Dan Loud. No? Oh, okay. Here we go. Good morning. Start over again. And the message says the congratulations to the graduates, faculty, and the staff. Just as important, the congratulations to those supporting the grads, family, friends, faculty, staff, and so many others. Grad, now you know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And the exciting career is about to unfold. Stay well, happy while serving people. And never forget AIMC. One of the best, if not the best college in the US. I bet on the line. This is a message from the line. Today we have a very special event. We invited a very special guest, the noble Kurashige. She is the managing director and head professor of Ikebana Society in America. Ikebana is Japanese traditional flower design and art, which has over 550 years of the history. It's a long history, traditional culture. And the Ikenobu is the origin and the pioneer of this flower arrangement. So you can take a look at this one. The most impressive things I learned from Ikebana is an expression of the harmony between human and nature. This is exactly the same as our medicine. I'm so impressed to know the philosophy of this flower arrangement. And also, the Nob said the flower has the power to cure the people and make the people relax. I would like make this opportunity as a kickoff for our medicine to collaborate with the Japanese traditional flower arrangement. I think this will contribute a big plus to make our clinic space much more comfortable and where the chi of the patient start to flow and curing the function will be switched on. And I feel so honored to have with the novel Kurashige and have her speech. And this is the, as you know, the best level, the top level of the art, because you deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to our honored guest, graduate, and family and friends. Thank you for inviting me to this special commencement ceremony. It is a great honor to be here and to be able to share this special day with all of you. I feel a strong bond with you today. You have pursued your career in Oriental medicine to promote health and wellness and heal the world. I have spent my career pursuing Ikebana, the Ikebana art of flower arrangement, in hopes and adding beauty, peace, and harmony to your world. In Japan, we use flowers to celebrate many occasions. Today, I would like to celebrate your graduation by sharing Ikebana arrangement with you that highlight bamboo. You may ask why I choose the bamboo today. Your future, I hope your future flows a straight path. Bamboo are not as dynamic as a pine tree, but they stand up strong and are robust, as you can see. Bamboo has both strong and gentle side. When you cut the bamboo, it splits into two with a crisp sound. Maybe some of you have experience about that. The main branches of the bamboo and their leaves have completely different characters, as you can see, as the leaves are thin and sway softly against the wind, while the stem is very hard and resilient. You may think of bamboo as a greenery rather than a flower. In reality, bamboo does not flower, and in Japan, sometimes it is considered as a flower. Some people may regard the study of Oriental medicine as non-traditional and mysterious. Bamboo is also considered to possess mysterious properties. One example, it is rapid rate of growth. Bamboo should break the ground in spring, and I'm sure you didn't know that. Only one day, 80 centimeters to 120 centimeters on one night. Can you believe that? Just some bamboo. I hope that each of you continue to grow rapidly and strong. Your education here has provided a foundation for your success. By regarding today, each of you have already achieved a major accomplishment. Along with your success, each of you will continue to experience challenge. You will not always be happy, nor will you always be sad. There are joints in bamboo, you can see, that separate the long main stem into compartments. This is exactly what our life are like. Even though you will experience difficult time during some stage of your life, the future holds promise of the new joint. Each new joint provides new experiences. New challenges are new hope. Look at this in a bamboo. Bamboo, there is many kinds, more than almost 120 or more. I think the very important thing is growth, rapidly growth. And number 2 is every time stand up straight, okay? Just like this bamboo, right? And robot, it's very important. And joint, okay? Whenever you have, not always happy, but you have the joint. Oh, think about that. And when you have struggle, oh, we have the joint. Let's change and challenge, never give up. That's very important. And strong, but gentle, like leaves. I think it is very important, I think. And listed in the original manuscript in Ikebana's arrangement called Shochikubai. Shochikubai, this is a traditional arrangement composed of pine. Here's the pine, and bamboo, and plum. It is arranged on the congratulatory occasions, and a combination of material is considered the highlight rank of flowers. Pine trees are also used in celebration, and they are also considered flowers in Japan. Pine trees are evergreen, as you know, and this symbolizes long life and prosperity. There are many kinds of pine trees. Some of the leaves are 2 or 5, or sometimes 10 more. There still continue a very strong connection like this. This is tied up at the bottom, and one is the professor, and one is you. Or one is your parents, and one is you, and your friend, always tied up. This is very important, I think. And plum tree, I think pine tree leaves are connected together that you can see. And I think also envision one pine leaves as you can teach as I said, don't forget that. Always thankful that you have dedicated this college. Together, they have provided the knowledge and strength for you to prosper, and you will remain connected forever, like this. From trees bloom during the winter, when other flowers are unable to sustain the coldness, but they have the bloom in winter, the struggle time. Small, white, or in a pink, but they bloom. When I arrange prom in a classical shoka arrangement, I always arrange with the branches representing 3 stages of life. All branches covered with moss, branches with flower bloom, and this is very important, and a young new green shoot that grows straight and tall like you. By including branch from each stage of the life of the plum tree, I'm able to make beautiful branches arrangement, balanced arrangement. As the President Tanaka said, that balance and harmony is very important. Think about the life and also the daily life, I think. And but there's things we can learn from the old branches covered with moss. That's the tradition. That's our ancestors. And also, the branches with the moss also beautiful and gives us wisdom and knowledge. And young shoot, like you are, you have to grow forever, okay? And throughout 2012, Ikenobo celebrated 550 years of recorded history. But to tell the truth, we have 400 history background. Acupuncture also has a long history, as you know, you studied. Both of these traditions art form has a very strong philosophy that we learn from nature. In the art of Ikebana, even a single flower can heal a person's heart and calm and one down. This is true for Oriental medicine, especially Chinese and Japanese healing traditions that are taught at this school. I would like to express my graduation for you, and I express this. My English is not so good, but flower can talk to you. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And the color itself is very important. This is also bamboo kind. This is good for your health, I heard. And when, look at this, this is the heart. So whenever I would like to, give my warm heart, I usually use the red color and also white. And the Japanese custom was a good occasion. We use the white and red together. So anyway, today, congratulations. And you have already successful, and I hope continue to grow, to learn, and to prosper. Don't forget bamboo, and never forget, and never give up. Try harder. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to introduce our faculty guest speaker. It is Dennis Von Elg. He is a professor and clinical supervisor at our school. He has been with the school since 2002, which is before I graduated. And I've been doing this for a while. He has taught many classes at our school. Just a few of them are acutherapy, theory, herbology, formulas, pulse diagnosis, and many more. With that, I'd like to introduce Dennis.
That's a long time, Mike.
I know it is.
Dang,
I remember that is.
that's brutal. But I feel young, and you guys make me feel young. You really do. Except for a few of you. Do you mind if I take care of this little thing and just toss it? The glare's okay? That thing was rough. Okay. You all look great. Gosh, it's really nice to be here. Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you all. President Tanaka, distinguished faculty and administrators, families and friends, and the class, the AIMC class of 2013. That's you guys. A few short weeks ago, this group of 28 graduating students sat down and wrestled with the decision as who would be best suited to offer them advice on their commencement day, as if they needed any. Well, students and now colleagues, I thank you. I am deeply honored to be with you, honored and thrilled to have been asked to share some last thoughts as you launch yourself into the world at large. I personally would have chosen someone like Maya Angelou or perhaps even Giovanni Machocho. Or maybe one of those really excited T1 students who is ready to heal the world tomorrow and can motivate and inspire you into submission. And since the administration here that sits here today with the registrars who have registered you, and the directors who have directed you, and the deans and the proctors and the bursars and the coordinators, and a janitorial crew who has been cleaning up for you for many years. Man, your student lounge, there's some dripping stuff in there. What is that? And a president who has donned elegant after elegant apron to feed and nourish you in your times of stress and hunger. Once again, we have supported your decision today. So I stand here before you in humbleness to give you the very last bit of pearls I have to offer. After today, you have to find Nishanga, or Gary, or David, or Dr. Ju, or, well, if you get to Dr. Ju, you pretty much got what you need. So go with that. You're set. Class of 2013, it is my pleasure to be here before you and to see you strike out into the world on your hard-earned, exceptional journey. Okay, family and friends out there, if you have been needled by any one of these graduates, will you please stand up? Please stand up. Are you okay? President Tanaka can make you an exquisite medicinal stroganoff with just the perfect balance of savory versus sour and hints of tomato and white wine and mutton. Anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. We would not be here without all your efforts and your support. It is truly time to celebrate. For parents, it is cause to marvel that the interval between diapers and diplomas is way too short. For graduates, it is one of the 5 great milestones of life, the others being birth, parenthood, death, and the day you finally pay off your student loan, which happens the day after you die. Something to look forward to. So what is the commencement ceremony? The commencement ceremony acknowledges the academic successes of each of you hardworking and dedicated people. It says the world of your craft is wide open for each of you to make what you will out of this chosen path, and it affirms your unquestionable thirst for knowledge, the knowledge that you have gained through long, exhaustive, wintry nights of ignoring your children and partners, to study purulence and phlegm and bowel movements, simply to regurgitate that information Monday morning and start it all over again on Monday afternoon. And by Friday, you have forgotten 98% of the tests you scored an A on earlier in that week. The following spring, you were in a different class that required that you know that same material that you had forgotten last winter, so you did it again. But you committed yourself to really learning it this time, to not simply let the information drip from your porous mind like a rusty spigot. And again, you rose to that occasion and you nailed the exam, or you scheduled a $150 retake with the proctor who took your hard borrowed money, and you nailed the test that time. Or not. It was rough. These people have been through a lot. Anyway, your accomplishments are not small. They aren't even medium or medium large. They are double extra, extra large. They are an acknowledgement of your incredible courage, your intellect, your wisdom, and most importantly, your compassion. On this day, we are not only celebrating your academic achievements, but we are celebrating the hundreds of family, friends, and patients you have already helped to decrease their pain and their suffering. We are celebrating your insatiable desire to do it again and again, to let it be known that as of this day, there are 28 more brilliant minds who have chosen a path to be helpful. Let's think about that for one moment. At every moment, it is in our power to make a choice, be it with our spouses or partners or our children, our classmates, our coworkers, and our patients, be it with ourselves, to be simply helpful, to serve towards kindness and thoughtfulness rather than blame and division, to adjust your senses to learn and then listen some more, and to be of a profound assistance. Which brings me to baseball. You knew that was coming, didn't you? Yeah. Casey Stengel, one of the great managers in Major League Baseball history, once said, "I ain't never learned a damn thing by talking." Casey Stengel listened. And then his New York Mets lost 102 games in the 1962 season, but that's not my point. My point is to stop and listen. More advice. When a patient, or your parents, your children, or your partner, or the California State Licensing Board makes a claim that is in direct conflict with everything you know to be true, channel Dr. Emmy Ju. Several years ago, I sat in the clinic supervisor's office alongside Dr. Emmy Ju. An intern approached Dr. Ju with a patient folder in his hand, and he presented his case. It was a 31-year-old female patient who had premenstrual headaches for 2 days. The intern, he gave his subjective and objective findings, and then he bobbed and weaved through the most incredibly disjointed, discombobulated, wildly creative, not-so-traditional Chinese Zongfu 3-treasured, 4-level, 5-element, 6 stages, 7 emotions, 8 principle, 9 orifices, 10 turtle dove diagnosis I had ever heard in my life, or I have ever heard since. Dr. Ju's reply, could be. Not so long ago, while the Western medical establishment was busy dismissing the mind-body-spirit connection, a psychoanalyst had a thought and said, could be. And then they discovered the link between the type A aggressive personality and heart disease, and that suppressed anger often resulted in hypertension and a higher risk for strokes, and that chronic fear and anxiety led to increased adrenaline levels and later to adrenal exhaustion and deep-seated illness. On that day, Dr. Ju said, could be. She allowed for a moment of possibilities, and then she looked thoughtfully into that student's eyes and gently brought him into some semblance of accurate Chinese medical thinking. Could be. It allows the door to remain open to the powers outside of the scope of our thinking. Could be. It fosters intellectual vulnerability only to give rise to courage and discovery. Could be. It is nonlinear and allows for the spontaneous and miraculous to occur. It sheds dogma and pride and ego and sets the foundation of humility and willingness to have joy. Is that joy? I hope that was joy. Could be that you and all your intuitive powers are onto something unthinkably expansive and revolutionary. Now, colleagues, I must warn you, life outside of AIMC is just like life within AIMC, one damn nutty thing after another. Some of them painfully messy, but all of them interspersed with beauty and goodness, successes and rewards. So keep on going, and this is your job, to keep going. Your duty is to help those in need, to find solutions. You will find solutions to asthma and arthritis and gout and colitis, to liver yang rising and spleen qi sinking and easing the minds from those who do too much thinking. It is said that all work that is worth anything is done in faith. On this beautiful morning, at this beautiful ceremony of warm memory and high expectations, I summon you in the name of this fine institution and all who have passed through it, to embrace the faith that every challenge demanding of your energy, every problem solved by your wisdom, every soul stirred by your passion will ennoble your own life inspire others, and explode outward to the boundaries of what is achievable on this earth. Class of 2013, I congratulate you once again and thank you for letting me share this day with you.
Thank you, Dennis. So at this time, we're going to have our student speakers. We're going to have two, one from each cohort. And the first one will be Seva Sim Kalsa.
I still don't know what this is about. Maybe someone can tell me later. Thanks so much for coming today, and my speech might be a little short because I think Dennis just stole my whole speech. That was really great, wasn't it good? It's right here, here's my pen too. I'd like to thank everyone for coming today, both people that I know personally and everyone else that's here for someone else that's personal in their lives. We all definitely feel the support and the blessings and the love and the prayers of all of you in our life today to help us project into this new time of our lives, whether we've had children or new relationships or old relationships. Thank you very much. So now for the speech. 4 years, sorry, wrong one. Dennis did have some good material, didn't he? I'd like to give a special shout out to Team Follow 9 and Team Snack Attack. We've come through a lot, and personally, I think we all can agree that it's been a very fast, furious, heavy, difficult 3.5 years for a lot of us, and for some of us even more, 4, 5. It's a long road, this program. It's a lot of work, but we've really come through. And we've been through a lot together, and we've really, really come through it together. I don't know if we would have made it without each other. And we don't want to get onto community too much, but we've really, as a class, we've really formed a family. And our strength together, I personally feel, really brought us through. All the laughs we had, the jokes, all the liver cheese stagnation, spleen chi deficiency, heart chi deficiency, sleepless nights, sugar attacks, caffeine bombs, trips down to Venus Cafe to Crixa for some pie and cookies. I don't know how much tea we drank, decoctions we made, coffees we spilled, gum we put under the desks. But we're still here smiling. And after all that hard work, we're ready to take on the world. Some of us have a couple more weeks to go or another month or two. Some of us have taken the California boards, national boards. We've got our licenses. Some of us are still working on it. But we're on our way. And just keeping our vision, for why did we even start this program to begin with? That helped me through. And all the people that we can help, that we're going to help, all the healing that we're going to help people go through, directly or indirectly, and all the healing that we've had to do ourselves, both after we finished school and all the healing that we did during school just to get through it. But we had a good time. And I look forward to the future when we can continue to have a good time and continue to help the world. And these days we can all see that the stress is increasing. And we're right there on the front lines to help people keep their mind clear, keep the emotions flowing, keep the Shen balanced. So everything we can do, I think that we are definitely very strong in support of harmony on this planet and within everyone on it. Now we're going to do something, I know we can talk forever, we've got a couple more speeches to go, but we want to do something experiential. So we have a little treat. We have the taiko drumming, and we have another sound therapy. So while we're here sitting in our chairs, we can have a little fun and hopefully experience something that will elevate all of us into a deeper connection to ourselves, a deeper harmony within us. Here, it's coming up. So we all come from different backgrounds. We've got martial artists, we have reverends, we have people straight out of college. We've got all kinds of people that came to this career of acupuncture, this practice of acupuncture. Can we just bring it right up? I was a massage therapist and Kundalini yoga teacher, meditation instructor, and this is a gong, if you don't know what that is, but it's a sound therapy, and it's very good for meditation. And I know not everybody likes to meditate, not everyone thinks they can meditate, not everyone knows what acupuncture is, so it might be a nice time to give it a try. So we're going to do a little meditation. I've got about 4 minutes left on my time slot. But this is what we're doing here. And so if you'd like to join along, please come sitting up straight in your chair. It's interactive. It's all about experience these days, right? So kids, this is the fun part. So everyone comes sitting up, and go ahead and just bring your fingertips together like this. Just very gently, fingertips together, and go ahead and close your eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, you don't have to. If you don't want to put your fingers together, you don't have to. But if you'd like an experience today, please come along. And just begin to feel the breath as it comes in through your nose. Breathe a little bit more consciously, a little bit more deeply than you normally would. Spine is tall and straight, and maybe even focus your eyes up and inwards. And just feel your breath. Don't have to worry about anything right now, just feel the breath. Fingertips gently together and feel the breath. And please just feel your breath. Begin to visualize yourself in any area of your life, maybe somewhere for you personally to refine and grow, maybe somewhere personally to evolve and transform, or perhaps somewhere in your life within you to heal and grow. And please just hold that thought, that prayer, that feeling, and focus on the breath. please inhale deeply. Inhale, hold that thought, that image, that projection, and project it out to the universe, to the cosmos and stars beyond. Exhale. Inhale deeply, deep breath in through the nose, tall spine, and project that image out. Project it out to the stars and suns beyond and beyond. Exhale, and please inhale deeply. And now see your loved ones and project for their greatest growth and achievement on this path of acupuncture. And project love to them all the graduates. AIMC 2013. Exhale. And inhale, and please shake your hands out. Relax the breath. Shake, 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 shake. Go ahead and spread the chi. You can shake your hands. It's good for you. It's healthy. It's like a free vitamin. So, thank you. And let's see if we have anything else to say. So we're very thankful that everyone came out today. Very, very thankful. We feel the love, and hopefully we can give that love back. I'm pretty sure we'll do a good job. Oh, and if you're a business kind of person, a lot of us acupuncturists not so good at it, so give them a little advice. Thank you. God bless. We'll see you in the reception.
Is everyone back from that? Now I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Fawn Towery.
I'm honored to be here today with all of you, and I have to say that I was actually surprised that my classmates chose me, nominated me to speak, because I am first trained as a reverend, a minister, and a preacher. So you put me in front of a large audience, and we could have a revival up here, and he could start growing hair. Dennis would have a full head of hair. We're not going to do that today. In fact, I actually did some homework. I was watching television. You know, I have to catch up on the last 4 years of television that I've missed. And I came across C-SPAN, and somehow C-SPAN was doing 12 hours of nonstop commencement speeches just for me. And I'll have you know, I watched a couple of them, and the only thing I came away with was that it cannot be nearly as boring as Ben Bernanke, the former Fed chairman, because the history of economics was not entertaining for me. So instead of lecturing, I want to reminisce about some of the experiences that we've shared together. Like way back in our first class together, Team Fall 09, when we had theory of Oriental medicine, we had a most unusual, exuberant teacher who liked to talk about his leopard skin print spandex outfit that he wore for flame throwing on the weekends. And then we went on to Dennis's class, and Dennis drew lots of babies on the board because we were learning about all the different positions babies could be in the womb when we were trying to turn them around for breech birth. That was an experience too. And then Dennis also, one of my favorite memories, was telling us how to help create an environment in which the baby would want to be born. So you have the mother dress up like Nanook of the North and turn the heat up to 95 and make it so warm that the baby's like, I gotta get out of here! And it wants to be born. A more unusual team teaching pair, though, was orthopedics. We took that in the summertime, a very hot summer, where we had 2 hours of Joe Adams, who did the history and theory of orthopedics, and then we had 2 hours of Glenn Oberman. And Glenn was is the former clinic dean. He's a very practical man, and he was very hands-on and taught lots of practical things. And my favorite memory of Glenn was when he taught us what I like to call the Trendelenburg Bop, which is actually just an orthopedic test for hip muscles. And there were many memorable moments in our time together at AIMC. Then there was the Bina Zhangda and Emmy Zhu course that we started, and Bina was a little quickly. She would go through her PowerPoints at the breakneck speed, and we all tried to keep up with her. And then we would have Dr. Emmy Zhu, and I don't know how they could be more different. Dr. Zhu was very deliberate and methodical, and we would have time for questions and discussion at the end of the class. It was a real contrast between as fast as you can and the opportunity to take it all in and reflect on what we were learning. There were so many memorable moments in our time together at AIMC. For me, though, it was the people. My classmates, teachers, supervisors, and parents, patients that made a difference. My classmates did so much to help me. Michelle helped us organize field trips to try different foods from around the world. Heidi taught us what could be done with a little caffeine. Full-time work, no problem. Lauren Kaneko-Jones was very kind and put up with my attempts to turn everything into a game. It was never as much fun as Monopoly, but I tried. And Jean did a great job of asking questions. She would help bring us back into the real world when we started to get a little theoretical. Daria did a great job of having a strong backbone and didn't let anybody push her around, and I love that about her. Marilyn was our source for all things technological that could go wrong in class. April helped remind me what is possible through Chinese medicine and how it had helped her life, and that was very motivating to me. Frances did a great job of helping me to stay grounded because I tended to go up in the clouds. Mayan brought us in all sorts of interesting injuries from martial arts that we got to try and fix. Allison had a great job of bringing information from the real world herbology into our classroom. And then, let's see, my notes. Rebecca could answer any pharmacological question, no problem. Monica was patient in my attempts to try to learn to cook. I'm still an aspiring culinary amazement. Zaria kept me entertained with the stories about her family. It was always so inspiring to me. Gina is a whiz at numbers. She could remember numbers like nobody's business. Annette was quiet, but she helped me to remember how much there was in the silence. Alex sat with me in the history of Chinese medicine, and he could answer any history question I had about Chinese medicine. And then Sabrina had this amazing ability to synthesize information down to the bare bones and put it in a chart, so it made everything so much better. Okay, and then Linda made up a dance to help me remember the innervations for the different muscles, and it was very helpful. Okay, did I do that, Ro? Yes. Okay, David has the best voice for reading aloud in class. Anytime we needed anything read out loud, it was David we chose. Elena made the best single herb cards and made up mnemonics to go with it that really helped. Saba Simran. Saba was kind enough to learn the weird herbology formula songs so that I had someone to sing them with. And then Brian. Brian was always very laid back, but he got so much accomplished. He would tell me all this stuff, and I would say, "Where'd you learn that?" "Oh, I read it in this journal." I'm like, "How did you have time to read journals?" He got a lot accomplished. Alina put us all to shame when she would go running during lunchtime. We would all be eating and trying to recuperate, and she's out training for a marathon. She's amazing. And Lucero did a great job of helping me to think about the policies and whether or not they were actually in the best interest of our patients. So I really appreciate that. Okay, and then I come to the patients. Oh no. One would think, being in Berkeley, I would be prepared for all the liberal people that would come in, but I was not. From the patient who took a bath in my very expensive beeswax blood red ointment from head to toe, to the patient that was outside hugging a tree and I had to coax him to come inside so that I could treat him, I was always amazed at the types of conditions that came through the door. And finally, my family. I could not have made this journey without the support of my husband, Louis, who helped me study for gynecology and knows more about what can go wrong with a woman than any man should know. My mom, Pam, who has a ability to relate to patients that she has gifted me and helps me every day to connect with my patients. My sister, Heather, who patiently answered all my Western medical questions. There were lots of them. My brother, Trevor, who came up with a mathematical formula for, at this number of patients, it's cheaper to use the credit card machine through the bank than your smartphone. My grandma, Jess, who prayed for me always and reminded me to rest. Rest, Fawn, rest. Finally, my niece, Alora, who was trusting enough to be my first patient as a pediatric patient. And when patients ask me if acupuncture hurts, I say, I needled my 5-year-old niece, and she said it doesn't hurt. So that's my badge of honor. So you've all been an important part of my journey to this graduation day. We finally earned our MSOMs. We are on our way to helping patients through acupuncture and Oriental medicine. I hope that we will all remember that we have made this journey together, that we can continue to rely on each other, that our Team Fall 09 listserv will live on. We can write questions to each other and share experiences. Even though we all sat through the same classes with the same teachers, we remember different stuff. Not to mention that we all have different life experiences. My hope is that we will continue to support each other, to share the joys and challenges of being acupuncturists, and to remember how far we've come in the last 4 years.
Much. At this time, we like to honor one of our faculty members. It's our tradition. And the person I'd like to help do that is Tracy Richardson, who is the herbal dispensary manager and my right arm. Tracy.
I'll try to keep this as short as possible. It's been long already, but what a beautiful ceremony so far. Remember bamboo. I like that. So AIMC has many wonderful treasures. We'll remember these treasures for years to come. Today we want to honor Dr. Emmy Ju. Resource to the students, to the faculty, to the staff, to our greater community, and to our profession as a whole. We would like to give you a small token of our gratitude, but first I want to acknowledge some of your accomplishments. So you can stand or sit, whichever you prefer. I'm going to go through a couple of them. Dr. Ju earned her Doctor of Medicine from Shanghai First Medical University in 1953. She went on to graduate in 1961 from the Inner Magnolia Medical College in Traditional Chinese Medicine and Acupuncture. She served as an associate professor and director of Internal Medicine Department of Inner Magnolia Chinese Medical Institute before coming to the U.S. in 1985. That year, she became a visiting professor at the University of California, San Francisco. With over 60 years experience practicing internal medicine with both Chinese and Western medical backgrounds, Dr. Ju has contributed scholarly to publications for nearly 50 years. She has been honored by the Ministry of Health in China for her achievements in Chinese medicine. She holds membership in Chinese Medical Association of Internal Medicine, the Association of Traditional Chinese Medicine, and the Association of the Integration of Chinese and Western Medicine. We want to honor Dr. Ju for her years of service as faculty at AIMC. She is one of our most esteemed teachers with over 20 years of dedication educating future acupuncturists. Since 1992, she brings her brilliance, her grace, her professionalism, her kindness, and her strength. Through the years, she continues to be a favorite professor, as we can see whenever we mention her name, both in class and supervising in the clinic. Speaking from my personal experience, she showed me many things, but one stands out. Without saying a word, she showed me how a treatment can start with a human touch. One patient, after Dr. Ju left the treatment room, began to cry. I asked her, "Are you okay? Are you in pain?" I didn't know what was going on. She simply started speaking, and she said, "The touch of that woman's hand was so kind, the most kind I had ever felt." Sweet tears were running from her cheek. She said she's the kindest person she had ever met, and I would have to agree with her. This showed me all the dedication and education in the world cannot equal the value of offering simple kindness and caring that Dr. Emmy Ju emulates in all that she does. We as a community want to thank you for your years of service to our school and to our profession as a whole. Please accept this small token of our humble gratitude.
Now we come to the day and time and moment you've been waiting for. So at this time, when I call your name, please come up and get your diploma. Today, you earn your MSOM and you become a colleague with all of us, no longer student. Okay. So, you get the diplomas. Michelle Oriental. David Ethan Blatt. Heidi Hain. Alina Hirschberg. Lauren Kinnicker Jones. Siva Simran Singh Khalsa. Jean Lesson. Brian McCall Lopez. Daria Kathleen Moore. Alina Cepeda. Fawn Hart Tower. Sarah Dorado. Marilyn Fonterose. Linda Kim. April Judith Reyes. Sabrina M. Salzer. Francis Waziski. Alex Chol. Mayan DeMarchis. Annette Cole. Allison Rudy. Gina Sinatra. Rebecca Chu Santa. Zaria L. Valentine. And last but not least, Monica Walters. Graduates, please stand. Now we'll have the recitation of the acupuncture oath. And we would like to invite all acupuncturists in the room to stand and join in repeating the oath. And to have the oath said, we'll have Megan Hongs, our academic dean, lead us.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the graduates, and I'm so happy to be here today to share your joy, and it's so clear the love that you have for each other, which will go on to your patients. So we are very fortunate to have this group of acupuncturists now unleashed in the world. So thank you. So for everyone, you have an acupuncturist oath in your program. And we'd like to recite it together. This oath is based on the writings of Sun Sun Mao, who many consider to be the father of Chinese medical ethics. So it's a very important oath. In taking this oath, we honor the ancestors of Chinese medicine, and we pledge to preserve the medicine for our patients and for all future generations. So we'll read together. Okay. I promise to follow the way of the great physician, to live in harmony with nature, and and to teach my patients to do the same. I will strive to maintain a clear mind and hold myself to the highest standards. I shall look upon those who are in grief as though I myself had been afflicted, and I will respond with empathy. I shall develop an attitude of compassion, of benevolence, and of care for all patients, regardless of their particular circumstances. I promise to perform my responsibilities carefully, thoughtfully, and to the best of my ability. Above all, I will maintain a peaceful present and an open heart. Congratulations.
By virtue of authority vested in me by Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine College-Berkeley board directors, I hereby confer upon you the Master of Science in Oriental Medicine degree with all the rights, honor, and privilege appertaining thereto as AIMC Berkeley's newest graduates. You may move your tassel to your left. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. Yeah, you made it! Yeah! Congratulations! You may have a seat. Today is a very special day for you all. And also, today is a very special day for me. For me, today is a day of my resolution. My resolution is my resolution. Today is the day I promised to myself to serve harder and more seriously to the students and to the people. Today I feel a little bit sorry to have to say goodbye to you guys and lose the opportunity to serve boiled eggs, snacks, and the lunches. But I'm excited to have new challenging partner, you guys, which we can share the same mission to serve the people. Let's step forward together to make our dream come true. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Now we will have a celebratory performance of the Emeryville Taiko. I'd like to ask the faculty to join our graduates in the audience in order to make space on the stage for the drummers. After the performance, we will have students and faculty come together on the stage for a few photographs, so don't disappear. And we will all adjourn to the garden in order to have our reception and vittles. So, to make no ado, we'll clear out.
I'm ready.
So first thing you do is you stand in front of your drum, nice and straight, arms out. Make sure that you're not really holding on too tight, nice and loose. Little tiny beats on the drum.